Hello, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Gemini, this is your monthly read for June, and we're going to go in with a general feel, a general energy here to start with, and then we're going deeper and deeper into that message. And at the very end, we're going to see what Archangel Michael has to say, if he has any additional messages for you. What do I have for Gemini, please? Also, at the very end, if you feel like this is a resonating message for you, I do offer personal readings, so please read about that in the description and send me a message. Leadership, the Leo card. Gemini. I just want one more. For the month of June. And typically my readings and the energy that I'm picking up on usually is 4 to 6 weeks, give or take. It's a little bit hard to say like exactly how long. So it's not, don't even think of it as like the 1st of June till the last of June. It's give or take, right? Like everything energetically. My flip didn't come out. So we have competition. This is what I call my 180 card. So it might be a situation that completely had you rethink something, going in one direction, and then it's like, or I'm going to do this instead, might come up for you. It's there, but it didn't come out on the table, so I won't put too much thought into it. And then memories, this might be that you're thinking about a loved one who has crossed over. Maybe this is a time for you. Happy birthday, by the way. We're coming into Gemini season, so happy early birthday. Yeah, Gemini. You might be thinking about someone, especially since if it's like around your birthday, then maybe that's why you're thinking about them. Or if it's like they had their birthday around this time, or someone have just, whatever reason, you're thinking a little bit extra about someone that has crossed over to the other side. If not, this could be you being like nostalgic, thinking about previous things in your life. I'm just gonna have one more. For Gemini, for the month of June. What is happening? 7 deadly sins. Interesting. It looks really like, yeah, it might be a feeling of like everything is coming at you at once. It can also be like the destructive ways. The destructive ways of people around you might really affect you, or these are your destructive ways that you're trying to you're really trying to change them. So both leadership and then 7 deadly sins are coming out. Just give me a second here to see like what they mean together. Okay. So I see this tree in this, so we have the sun in the back here, and then we have this like bush or tree-like situation that's sort of burning up in the sun. And I just feel like everything, like this really high energy, or like rays from the sun, or like flashes from the sun, or this really high energy that's sort of coming in. I mean, I know a lot about this. I know a lot of people who, and I felt the same. My headaches has just really, I'm not the type of person who really, gets super sick, or like, I don't have any, I feel like I'm as rather healthy person, and I don't have an illness or like anything like that. And I don't have headaches, that's for sure. But I've had a lot of headaches lately. And it's more like a pressure, like a really heavy pressure than anything. And I just feel like that's due to all like the strong energies coming to the planet right now. And I've heard other people sort of having the same feeling, that there are strong energies entering our planet at this time. And I just feel like everything very metaphorical, but also very literally, that um, with those really, really strong energies coming in, it's really clearing out or like purifying anything that's like bush and tree here. Like, and it doesn't mean that we're gonna burn down all the forests or anything like that. It's just a feeling of we're burning away what doesn't fit. Whatever can't stand the high energy sort of has to go. And I think a moment ago, just like this, like, so I feel like this is you. So this, you might have destructive traits, you might have certain things that you're doing, you might not really treat yourself the way maybe you're supposed to treat yourself and what is supposed to, but like there probably could be more. I have a feeling like there could be more kindness. There could be more kindness coming your way from you. You could treat yourself better. The way that Gemini treats others usually is like with such kindness and empathy and caring, and just it can be a little bit of a people pleasing situation coming in there, that you really want everyone else to like be good and be happy and like, are you okay? And maybe even sort of dimming your own shine a little bit so that the other person feels better, or the other group or other whoever this is, family members, friends, coworkers, so that they feel better. You might even be, I'm just thinking about animals. You might even be the type of person that, you know, from the beginning you have a strong like sense that if you have a cat or dogs or whatever animal, maybe not whatever animal, because I think there's a line. If you have a cow or a horse inside of your, house, maybe you shouldn't have them in your bed. I just think that if you started out saying, no, 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 there's no chance that this dog or this cat or this whatever is coming up to be in my bed or eat, like be on the couch or something, like they have this spot. And then, moments later, it's like, well, come on. And then you're the type of person like you move further and further out so that the dog or cat will be comfortable in bed. I just sort of, is that type of people pleasing, animal pleasing going on here. I just feel with everything that's burning away, a moment ago, maybe certain arguments were okay. Maybe certain things happening in your life, like, yeah, we can work with that. We can, but now with this raising of the energy and the sun rays, play on words there, is coming in. I just feel like whatever little bit of a negative storyline, relationship, communication with someone a moment ago was okay. Maybe it wasn't okay, perhaps, but like at least it was something that was doable. And like moments later, it's like it's just not doable anymore. The person vibrates themselves out of your life, or you're vibrating yourself out of someone's life. If there's something that you've been doing, I remember I'm being given back my own story here. Like I think I was around, what age was that? 20, 22, perhaps 23. I mean, I've had my fair share of drinking. Let's just say that. Fair share of drinking. I think I've crammed in any type of alcohol between the age of 14. I know, 14 and 20. Well, I went to the States for a year when I was 19, and I didn't drink a drop of alcohol for that entire year. So between 14 and 19, probably. And then a little bit more when I came home. And I think I was like around 21 or 22, where we had this little gathering with girls, a little girl gathering before going out. And I poured this wine into this, or if it was cider, or like it wasn't like strong, it wasn't booze, it wasn't even strong like that. It was wine or cider or something like that. And I remember I had like probably half a glass, and I took one sip, and it was like something in my body just went, no more. Like, you're done. And it wasn't like I'm full, like you have so much to eat, and so you're full, so you can't eat anymore. But then you gladly eat 2 hours later, or you eat the next day. It was like it was such a profound, almost like I was gonna throw up on the spot. It was just such a like, we're done with this. There's no more alcohol coming into this body. And since that day, I maybe can't count on one hand because I've been here a couple of years now, but I've been drinking. I've been tasting stuff and I've been drinking, but I am the person that, like, I won't drink. And I mean, there was years and years and years that I didn't have a drop of alcohol at all. And I'm just saying that might not be the case for you. It might not be the alcohol thing for you, but it might be something that up until a point you did something and then all of a sudden it's like on a dime. It's a 180 perhaps. You were doing something a moment ago and then like a full U-turn. It's like, no, we're going a completely different direction with this. This is not doable anymore. Or you just wake up one morning and like, no, this is not working relationship wise, work wise, something that you're doing, maybe something even that you're doing towards yourself. And I also feel like there might be that you feel, because there's a lot of rainbow energy there coming, like you're built of this rainbow color energy built. And like all these energy is coming out of your hands. And it's like you're trying for the love of God, like you're trying to just not inflict. It sounds like it's a conflict, but like you're trying to get your well-meaning energy across. And that could be work related. It can be within your family. It can be with among friends. You're trying, excuse me, to get something across, like really well-meaning with your rainbow fluffy stuff. And it's like, listen to this or look at this. And they're like just shutting you down, or you feel shut down. Like there's an environment that is just not healthy for you anymore. And like it probably wasn't healthy a moment ago either. It's just something right now that it doesn't work anymore. It's like the speed of which we raise the vibration on the planet is the speed that we can't continue certain things. A moment ago, it was doable. It's not doable anymore. And it's asking for you to step into your leadership in your life. Like this lion, like this is about being courageous and being brave and standing your truth and come from a place of feeling like you're centered and integrated and knowing what you want and sort of take the lead in your own life. That is the foundation for the month of June. So what else is going on here for Gemini, please? What's happening in the month of June? Going deeper. And I mean, that's so frustrating if you try and try and try. And like, how long do you try, right? How long do you continue to do your wonders before it's like it's time to move on, or it's time to quit, or it's time to do something else, you know? That's tough sometimes. Here and now and time for a nap. Here and now. And time for a nap, Gemini. And Gemini, it depends. I mean, I'm thinking about my dad, but he's getting up there age-wise, so he loves his little naps. He probably can take 2 or even 3 of them. He doesn't sleep, but like he takes a nap. But then I'm thinking about my sister, who's also a Gemini, who I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen her taking naps like that. Not really in her DNA. Something I cannot relate to because I love my naps. Okay, I just need to, this might be like a little bit of a side note, but so there's a moon here, right? There's a crescent moon, and then there's a fox laying asleep there. And then if we look closely, there's a face coming in that sort of oversees the whole situation. I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening like that's moving from your insides. Like certain things are coming up, like for sure we've seen that. In the month of June, it might be that you're being confronted with things that sort of is it's not supposed to bring out the worst in you. It's supposed to bring out the best in you, as opposed to, and if it doesn't bring out the best in you, it might be that there's certain things in the way, certain things needs to be cleared out so that the best in you can come forward. And so you might feel like there's, because this fox for me represents like being really sharp and on not on edge in the sense that you're tiptoeing, but like that you're quick and alert and you're aware, you're conscious, right? But this fox is sleeping, and it's sleeping. I mean, it's time for a nap, but it's sleeping with the moon that also represents your hidden emotions, your hidden feelings, your hidden thoughts, even. It's like the underworld sort of stuff. And I just feel like with all these triggers coming in, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. And I always ask to, like, I want to deliver upbeat news, and I want to deliver inspiration, etc., etc. There's just something about a rude awakening. And the bigger, like, so there's like this higher self or God or the universe or whatever you want to call it, your spirit team is there to like overlook the whole thing. It's not that you're being put in a position that you can't handle, or and maybe Gemini, you go now like, what now? What now? Like, I don't want to deal with any more stuff. I just feel like this is for you to be awakened. If there's anything that if you've been not treating yourself super kindly, there might be things that you attract right now to point out point out that to yourself, that you can't continue like that. Or there are things that just makes you aware. And where you're not aware, you will become aware. That's why I feel like it might be feeling like a little bit of a rude awakening, like you didn't pick this or you didn't decide this. Like, isn't this a little bit harsh to just come in and wake me like this? Well, you sort of asked for it and then you went to sleep. Or you don't pay attention, or you stay in the same route, or you repeat the same pattern, or you say you want different, but then it's sort of basically the same, and it's like, snap out of it. There's something, or someone, not physically, it feels non-physical, that's like overlooking the whole thing. So it's like it's done it's done within reasonable energy, it's done within safe frames, safe box. It's done with silk gloves. So it's not like we have a huge tower moment that's just going to come in and blast your life right now, and it's going to just all go to you know where. But I feel like there's something being awakened within you. If you can help this along, if you can take this like way more, look at the difference in confidence here. One feels like they need to defend themselves all the time. Like you come from this really loving place and well-meaning place, and you're just trying to make a point, or trying to not even make a point, but like you're trying to give your best idea, you know, and it's just being completely shut down. And it feels like you're just in defense mode all the time, versus this leadership role, like where you stand up for yourself and you know what you want and you move forward with confidence. And there's something in it that, like, you're being inspired to take that leadership role and sort of take charge of your life in a way. And there's some awakening that's needed there. It's really tough to change something that you're not aware of, right? I don't know that this is going on. Okay, so can you then change it? No, because I don't know that it's going on. It's too much to ask of yourself to change things that you're not aware of, but I feel like you're going to be aware of them. You're going to put things in front of you, or it doesn't need to be like a super, super big thing. It can be like little tiny things that just leads to a more and more, like a deeper and deeper understanding. And what I was about to say is that you can sort of mota Olle grindas, I would say in Swedish. I don't even know how to translate that. You could prevent even this by even knowing about it now through this reading, like knowing about that, okay, there are things that you're doing stuff on purpose to not on purpose, like it's not like you walk around saying, I'm doing this today so that I can wake myself up. That's not what I mean. But you're on some level attracting certain things to wake yourself up. And you can prevent that in just sort of starting to become more aware, or even put the intention out there to the universe that, okay, whatever is not in my conscious repertoire, I want to become aware of in a friendly and easy and kind way. Like, you really want to start to pay attention, because it's when we don't pay attention that, like, those little bit more alarming or surprising things come in, or we feel like it is a surprise. It's like, well, you asked for it 3 years ago. One way to really sort of get a hold of this whole situation is just, and I know this is the toughest one of all, just be here now, just be in the present moment, is to try to not bring in with you the past, to not continue to linger in the past or whatever has made up this moment. I mean, we are all a bunch of past moments has made us into who we are, but we're so ever so much more. We are our future as well. It's just we are a little bit hung up on our timeline, and that's the past and that's the future. I haven't lived that yet. I'm right here. Well, you have lived the future. We don't think it as like a linear past and future. We think it as like a parallel, and it's like simultaneous. Then you have already lived it, or you're living it right now. And it really will serve you right now to stay focused and present and not invite in stuff that sort of is over and done with. Just pay a little bit of attention there as you bring those things in, and try as much as you can to stay in the present moment. Okay, a couple more cards here on the table, please. What do we have for Gemini for the month of June? Conflict and defeat. Gemini. That was a lot of cards. Rejoice in celebration. It's like every other card, and maybe this is exactly how you feel. That, and I can relate to this right now, I have to be honest. Maybe I'll just listen back to this video after it's done. Conflict and defeat. Then we have rejoice in celebration. But then we have the devil card with all the temptations. But then we have the universe card. So you might feel like there's like an every other day type of thing going on for you right now. Like there's a, and this is what I mean with the sun rays and the raising of the planet and the raising of our entire sort of DNA, or like our entire species. It's like the raising of the vibration means it's on some levels it just feels better than it has ever been feeling, because we're sort of really starting to come into really super high energies. So it's like up there with passion and excitement and peace and contentment and, you know, authenticity, like being really true to who you are. But then on the other side of that, anything that isn't in alignment with that has to fall away. And that can be tricky. If that is you needing then to leave a relationship, if that is you just not standing, like if you maybe then have a couple of deal breakers, you didn't have a deal breaker a moment ago, but now it's like, I can't do this anymore. Like it's just not working anymore. And whether that's like you feeling like that towards someone else, or towards a situation, a work situation, a friend related situation, a partnership relationship situation, or this is something that you're doing yourself, like a pattern you continue to invite or hold alive, or whatever this is. It's like one moment, it's like you might almost feel burnt out, really struggling with this, like really super high energy, because there are things that's being purified. It's like being burnt away. And then we have rejoice and celebration. So then because it's such a high frequency, there's probably a lot of beautiful things happening at the same time. It can be like a surprise situations that just comes in. Just as a tower can be a surprising bad thing, you can have towers that are a surprising good thing. A moment ago, you didn't know that this thing was going to happen, and now it's like all you can think of. Like 3 weeks ago, this was not even on the radar. And now it's like, oh, we're going to get to do this, or I'm going to get to experience this, or like this can be like a planned party coming up for you. I mean, it's your birthday month, so you might be planning your birthday party, or just whatever wedding, whatever celebration of anything is really on the radar as well. I feel with this devil card coming out that so one aspect of this that there's such a high energy there is that certain things are coming up to the surface. They feel tough and they feel like it's just something you need to sit through, because as it burns away. And that's one thing. It's another thing to feel that, oh crap, things are moving really quickly. There's a lot of celebrations. There are a lot of fun stuff coming in that is unfamiliar to you. You know of them, like you've heard of parties before, you heard of invitations before, you heard of opportunities before, but maybe not so much for you and all at once. And the stuff that really sort of it moves the needle in where you used to be to where you're going. And that can feel overwhelming. It can feel like it moves too quickly. And then it's like you're pumping the brakes. You're reaching out for the very thing maybe you're trying to quit, or for the very thing that you know, in me doing this, it's going to slow things down. If that is you going for that other candy bar, if that's you finding another series on Netflix, if that's you getting more alcohol, if that's you, getting together with that friend, that particular friend, it's just going to be all gossip. Just all gossip and no movement forward. So be a little bit on the lookout. Like, what are you tempted to fall back into? The devil's work of like, okay, is going a little bit quickly. And then what you can do instead is like, okay, instead of overeating or overindulging in something that's just not good for you, to even sit through that and know that, okay, we're moving in the right. It's not like you're moving in the direction that you don't want to, or moving into something that's horrible. This is that when you're moving into something that's going to feel really, really great. It's just because you're unfamiliar with it, it doesn't feel safe. And so we're reaching back into like, I'm probably not going to be able to make it because I don't have anything to wear, or whatever situation this is. Because then it's like we're back to the universe. This is when you're lining up with things. You're really in alignment with the universe, meaning you're in alignment with your manifestations. You're in alignment with synchronicities and beautiful things happening in your life. That's where you're at, Gemini. And I think because that's where you're at, it becomes so visible, the stuff that doesn't match. And you might even think that, am I not over this? Like, this again? No, not this again. This needs to go. We're just going to sit through it. No, not this again. We need to burn, like it needs to, where was it? The tree or the bush, like it needs to burn away. In order for you to become all this, like there's stuff that we burn away. I just feel like you're on a really, really gorgeous path. You're trying to be the best that you can. And it's just really apparent and really maybe obnoxiously apparent what needs to go and what can stay. And that's not easy. So then we need to grab onto, and I'm not saying it's wrong to just, there's no judgment in you going for another bag of chips. If you're aware, I'm choosing to eat this bag of chips because I need to slow things down because it's moving too quickly. Well, it's fun things I know it's fun things. I just need some more chips to slow things down. Okay, let's see what Archangel Michael has for you. Some final messages from Archangel Michael. What do you have for Gemini, please, for the month of June? Focus upon divine and perfect health. God and Archangel Michael, it's a prayer. And I see even, Is that a harp? No, that's not a harp. That's a weird instrument. Is that not even a musical instrument? I see the phoenix rising here, so someone is really... What is that? Do you see what that is? I don't know. On the other side there, you see a phoenix rising. It's like a second chance. It's coming back. It's resurrection. It's coming into that leader position, claiming who you are, basically. And if someone is dealing with an imbalance in your health, or there's health situations for you, this especially is for you. So there's a prayer on this card. God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so that they support my well-being. So maybe this is also what throws you off a little bit, because you are headed into a way better place. And when you sort of go back into stuff that really isn't you anymore, it screws a little bit with your health, like your overall well-being. So just yeah, I think you know exactly what this is about, that you're reaching for, and that you're already aware that, yeah, you could probably choose healthier ways to live right now that could help your well-being. And the thing is then, why don't you? Why don't you, Gemini? Because for you, by the look of this energy, it looks like it's a way for you to not rush into happiness. If that's like, it's so unfamiliar that you don't have any fires to put out. It's so unfamiliar that your level of like your dominant place is going to be happiness and contentment. It's like that feels scary. That feels like I'm busy here, Then it can be easy to sort of not quitting the things could really work for you, because it slows things down, and it's a defense mechanism. It's to protect yourself. I'm going to read this card from the book. Focus. There. Focus upon divine and perfect health. Archangel Michael says that the key to good health is to focus upon your well-being instead of the sickness or injury. You drew this card as a reminder. Well, I did. You drew this card as a reminder to stay centered on your desires, not your fears. And that's easier said than done sometimes. If the health or unhealth or imbalance is like really staring you in your face, it can be hard to. And health is often associated with the body, right? And we take the body with us wherever we go. So it's a little bit tricky to say, I'm not going to think about this anymore. So it is tricky, but they're really inspiring you to look at what it is that you desire, rather than sort of continuously talk about what is, or like the imperfection or the imbalance. Bodies react instantly to love and fear. So choose the former in this situation, meaning love. Pour genuine affection and blessings into every cell. Visualize and expect perfect health for yourself and others. Speak of yourself and loved ones in terms of perfect health, affirming that all is well. So I know it feels a little bit like fake it till you make it, or like maybe feels like this is untrue for you. So try it if it works for you, to just speak. But I was drawn to that in the beginning. Like there might be some not so nice self-talk there. You might do things, or you might bring yourself down sometimes that just doesn't. You're not worthy of that. You're worthy so much more, and you're worthy of perfect health. If you think that you're not, like this is the cards that you were dealt, well, then we have other cards here saying focus on the perfect health and know that you have a right to step into that. I was listening to this clip the other day. I think it was with I'm not going to know his face now. I was going to say Nelson Mandela, but he is dead. Or so they say. No. Is he Indian from the beginning? And now he's... Yeah, I'm going to drop it. Okay, no, I'm not going to think of the name. But he said like something around the lines of, in a year, we all have an entire new body. In 1 year, we have switched out every single cell in our body. So a year from now, Gemini, you do not have the same body that you do now. So why do we end up with the same illnesses or the same imbalances or the same patterns or the same blah, blah, blah? It's because we repeat it. We take it with us. So if you were to start to tell a new story today, 1 year from now, you could have a different outcome. You could have a different body. You could have a different type of health. Okay, that is what I have for you. If you're interested in a personal reading to just go deeper, more around your story, what's going on with you, please read about it in the description and send me a message. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. And thank you so much, you guys that have subscribed. It means the world. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.